really enjoyed seeing me create mobs that Mojang didn't make, and that's why today I'm going to create mobs that Mojang didn't make part 2. The first mob I'm going to create that Mojang didn't add is the penguin. I'll start by making the penguin's flipper, duplicate it to the other side, create the body. This will be the wing, duplicate it to the other side, and now make the head and its beak. This penguin turned out really cute. Its idle animation looks great, but even better is its walking animation. It looks like it's sliding on the ice. To find the penguin, I had to come to a snowy biome because that's where they live. Look over there. There's a group of penguins right in front of us. How adorable. They stay still and sometimes they slide in the snow. Hold on, there's one. I just want to run a quick test. I'll leash it here, pull. Look at that. It slides on its belly and it's so cool. I'm going to take 2 penguins with me. There are more of them here. It's a whole family. I'll leave 2 behind and the others will come with me. While I'm in this snowy biome, I'll fence them in because I'll gather some resources to build their habitat. I always create a special habitat for each mob I add to Minecraft. So the first item I'll gather is packed ice. The second item will be spruce log. And I'll also need a lot of ice. I almost forgot the main ingredient, which is snow. But collecting snow this way is a hassle because you have to keep breaking those grass blocks. But I'm in luck. Right in front of me, there are these carved pumpkins. And with them, I can make a snow golem. Hold on, what happened? Oh, right. I forgot that I need to carve the pumpkin. There we go. Now I can collect infinite snow. After gathering all the resources, I'll build the penguin's habitat. But for that, I'll keep them confined here. I'm flying around to choose the best spot for this habitat. And in my opinion, this is the best place. I'll start by creating the frame for the habitat. Penguins are small animals, so I don't need to make a large habitat. I have no idea how I'm going to build this, so I'll start by placing snow on the ground to see if I get any ideas as I place these blocks. I'll remove this middle part because I'm going to create a frozen lake here, and for that, I'll replace all these blocks with packed ice. To make it look better, I'll add a layer of ice on top and complete the ground with snow. To make it even more attractive, I'll add some more ice decorations. And now, I'll replace these stone blocks with spruce fence, break the grass blocks under the fence, and add spruce wood. There we go. The penguin habitat is ready. And folks, look how beautiful it is. I really like how this turned out. And although it's quite simple compared to the rest, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. The next mob I'm going to create is the brown bear. Minecraft has a type of bear called the polar bear, but they didn't create the brown bear, which is the kind that likes honey. So I'll start by making the hind leg of the bear, add a little piece here and duplicate it. This cube will be its belly and this one will be the chest. Now, I'll create the front leg, add the detail here, and duplicate it. The head part will be quite simple. Just create this cube here, make the snout, and add the 2 ears. This model was pretty easy to make, but what took the most effort was the texture. If you like that, I'm sure you'll enjoy its walking animation. Look, it nods its head. It looks like it's dancing. This one here is its idle animation. I really like this one. I can only find this brown bear in the taiga biome. I'm not sure if it'll be hard to find considering this biome has many trees. Look, there are some sweet berries here. Oh, here's one. It's sitting. How cute. It started walking and now it's sitting again. I wonder if there's another one around because I usually find a pair. Let me see. Look, there's another one, guys. This is so cute. They're a couple. I'm going to take them out of this place because they need to go to our zoo, but of course, you won't roam around freely here. I'll confine you to this fence because I need to build a habitat for you two. As everyone knows, I have to create the construction frame first. I finished it, but it's quite small, so I need to expand it a bit more. Now this size is perfect. To build this bear's habitat, I need to gather plenty of oak wood. Another thing I want is this bee nest, but one isn't enough. I'll explore this forest to see if I can find a few more. To start building the bear's habitat, the first thing I'll do is break the entire floor. To avoid having an unsightly hole in the wall, I'll build a stone barrier around it. Even though the ground is uneven, I'll leave it that way because I like it. One thing that's bothering me is this small mountain here on the side, so I'll break it. Now I'll plant an oak sapling. Hold on, this tree is pretty bad. Break it and set it on fire, replant it. Seriously, another bad tree. Finally, a beautiful tree has grown, and this is where I'll place the bee nest. Another thing it needs is a small pond for it to bathe in, so I'll break the entire floor and replace it with stone. I'm short on stones, so I'll use dirt. I've become a submarine, I'll get water, and now I'll just fill the pond. One thing I almost forgot is to create the enclosure around the habitat. Even though the bears can't escape, it's essential to make this enclosure because who knows if some animal falls in and becomes breakfast for the bears. So I'll build the enclosure and bring the 2 bears inside. I'll release their leashes. Look how cool. I think it's their bath time. So far, this is the most beautiful habitat I've created, and I'd give it a rating of 9.5. The next mob I'm going to add is the crocodile. I'll start by creating the torso of the crocodile, and now I'll make the tail by adding smaller cubes one after the other until it looks like this. For those who don't know, crocodiles have scales on them, so I'll add some scales, and I did the same on the tail. Now I'll create the crocodile's head, add some scales, create the lower part of the mouth, and this part here should be a bit smaller. I can't forget the teeth. Now I'll make the upper part of the mouth. Look at how the crocodile's face turned out. It looks great. The crocodile is almost ready, but one thing that's missing is its arms. This one will be the arm, and this will be the leg. Now I'll duplicate it, and our crocodile is ready. This is its idle animation, and this is its walking animation. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it moves one leg at a time. I'm in a swamp biome, and right in front of me, there's already a crocodile. Oh my god! Does it attack? Yes, it does. And the worst part is that it takes a lot of hearts. It took half of my life, and I'm wearing netherite armor. No, hold on, or it will turn into a purse. I'll fly to escape it. It seems like it'll be much harder to take it to the zoo. It's trying to attack me. Wait, I'll leash it. Come here. I managed to leash it. Now I just need the other one, but I don't know where it is. Have you seen your brother? Where is he? The other crocodile is here. Run. It's dealing a lot of damage. Leash it. Good, I got it. Both crocodiles are here, but these two are very dangerous animals, so I need to keep them apart. Looking at our zoo from above, you can see that this area is empty and there's a lot of space to build anything. But there's nothing built here, so I'll create the frame of their habitat exactly in this spot. This space is larger than they need, but before I start building the entire habitat, one thing I have to do is break all this grass block area because I'm going to replace the entire floor, and I'll use this mud block to make the floor, so I'll need to collect a lot. The sound it makes when I break this block is very satisfying. I'll also need the sapling from this tree, so break that. Good. And since I'm here, I'll collect some wood as well. Now I'll make the entire floor with mud blocks, and you can see that I left this empty space because I'm going to fill this part with water. But first, I need to break all these floor blocks and replace them with deep slate. Now, I can fill all of this with water. Now I'll complete the empty area with mud blocks. And if all goes well, I'll plant a sapling, use bone meal. Look at the size of this tree. Let me see if I can make another giant one grow. Guys, look at this. It's simply gigantic. I'll plant another one in this spot and another here. Now I'll break all this wood and replace it with mangrove log and fences. This enclosure looks very nice, but it will look even better if I peel all these woods. Crocodiles, welcome to your new home. Close this. Good. This habitat looks very beautiful, and I would give it a rating of 10. The next mob I'm going to create will be the best of all, which is the elephant. I'll start by making the elephant's leg, duplicate it to the side, select both legs, and move them to the back. Now, I'll create a larger cube to be the belly, and another one like this diagonally. The body of the elephant is almost ready. Now, I'll make the head. This will be the right ear, and this will be the left ear. Now, I need to create the trunk, so I'll make this smaller cube and create it even smaller. Usually, elephants have two massive tusks, so I'll create a small frame like this, make one tusk like this, and flip it to the other side, and now I'll duplicate it. Everyone, this elephant turned out very beautiful, and what's also cool is its idle animation and its walking animation. It moves its head, trunk, and of course, its legs. I can only find this elephant in the structure in the savannah. They are trapped, but I think it's better to free both and take them home. I'll confine them here because now I have to build their habitat. To create the elephant's habitat, I'll need these pointed dripstones and dripstone blocks. The habitat for these elephants will be right here, so I need to mark the size of the construction. Now comes the easiest part, which is to clear the entire floor. The good part is that a large part of this area was empty underneath, but the other part I had to dig out entirely. Like I did with the brown bear habitat, this habitat is below ground level, and to make this wall not look ugly, I'll fill it with dripstone blocks. Additionally, I'll make some decorations like this to make it look like a cliff, and I'll also add some pointed dripstones to make the decoration even more beautiful. All of this is done. Now I'll break some of these blocks because there's an area here with no blocks, and I'll add these granite walls. I have to say I really like this tree, so I'll replant it in another habitat. But I have to be careful because there are a lot of crocodiles around. Where's the sapling for this? There's one! Place the block, break it, and I'll replant it right here. Now I needed a giant tree, but it didn't appear. This tree is great though. To finish, I'll bring these two elephants inside, close this, and I've completed the elephant habitat. I found the habitat and the model very beautiful, and I would give it a rating of 9. The next mob, and this is the new kangaroo habitat. If you enjoyed this video, click on the one that's appearing on the screen. It's really cool.